What's going on, everybody? It's Mike here, AX Garage. Welcome back to our channel. Today's going to be the part 2 of our brand new Civic Type R FL5 build. When I said brand new, I mentioned that in the last video. It only has 44 miles on the odometer. Now, in the last video, we loaded the vehicle with a set of Swift springs and some rear suspension components from RV6. We also performed a remote ECU unlock from Feelable. Now, today, we have a few parts that just came in, and start off with an exhaust system.
All right, guys, like Mike said, we are starting this second episode off with a full exhaust right here. And this is a Tomei catback exhaust. It is titanium, and it tends to be pretty loud. These exhausts are not for, you know, your typical quiet exhaust noise. These are all out, hardcore exhaust. It's gonna sound, I think it's gonna sound pretty good, to be honest with you. I like this type of exhaust. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna unbox this, show you what it is. I don't think it's valved, but we're gonna find out when we open it up. All right, so here it is. We unboxed it. We took all the plastic wrapping off, and this is it. You have a bunch of different sections here, all titanium. You got the 2 cans in the back here, your hardware in the bags, your brackets that are gonna bolt up to these brackets here, which hold the mufflers. Comes with all the hardware you need to bolt that all together. And we have some V-band or some clamps here, and that's going to go ahead and clamp down at the positions that you see these here. So we got one here, we got one here, and then we're going to have the 2 for the exhaust for the mufflers itself. And then these black rubber pieces, that's going to go inside that, which clamps down on here so it doesn't damage the muffler itself. All right, so now we got it up in the air. The Type Rs have this plastic cover under the exhaust here, so we'll go ahead and take this plastic cover off first. And this is pretty much just a one-piece exhaust system, so we'll take the cover off and get all the hangers out, and we'll be able to just take this down as one whole unit.
Oh yeah.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Come down.
All right, you come down.
Yep.
Side toward you. Wait a second. Oh, you gotta come forward.
Okay.
1 second. There you go.
All right.
Down.
All right, so we got the exhaust down on the ground here, and this is the valve right here. That's when you change it to like R mode and normal and comfort. That will open the valve and direct the flow to one of the 3 mufflers. This is a little tiny muffler here. So typically the middle, that's sport mode, and then your outside is going to be comfort, and then your actually your sport mode at like 3,000 is when it opens up to the middle. R mode is all the way open to the middle right off the bat. So that's the valve system, except now we're going to be putting an exhaust on with no valve system, so we don't even need to worry about any of that. It's going to be all go all the time. Facing this way. That way. This is basically your slip-on exhaust system. Typically, this is usually with titanium. And then we'll slide this in the hanger here first. There you go. I need a thing. Outside. We gotta kind of position this clamp so it's facing down like this, because otherwise we're gonna hit our heat shield if we face it any other way. Which, that's fine, we'll just position them like this. You don't wanna go too crazy because the titanium will kind of, you know, bend and shape itself pretty easy. Okay. Top. Okay.
Well, guys, there you have it right there. Let's go ahead and bring her down and see how she looks. Wow, T, it looks pretty good. I know it's only a do muffler, not a 3 muffler system, but I like it. It actually sticks out a little bit, but if you look from the outside, it actually look really good. I thought it was kind of odd to stick out, but I
think it's because it matches like the...
Yeah, the bump, the contour, look.
Yeah, just past it so it doesn't burn it.
Looks really nice. All right, T.
Sounds good.
Sounds really good, to be honest. I like how deep it is.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to change once we put the downpipe on. I mean, the downpipe.
You know what I really want to find out? Let's go for a test drive, because this 2-liter turbo, they're known for droning around 50 to 55 miles an hour. All right, on the road we go. This could be our first test drive, believe it or not. We haven't even driven the car since the car is lowered. So we right at about 59, 60 miles an hour, the area where the exhaust typically is drone quite a bit. And so far, I think we're pretty comfortable. Remember, this got no valve, so it is straight through right now.
Yeah, it's always open.
No drones. Wow. I'm quite surprised. Oh man, I tell you what are we doing here? Are we ready to track? Well, I think we call this a success.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the shop and move on to the interior.
All right, guys. So we're back from the test drive with the exhaust. It sounds amazing. I actually really like that exhaust. So I was actually thinking about kind of making the switch. I do like my exhaust to be a little louder, but it really good. It really sounds nice. There's no drone, minimal if any, but we didn't really hear any. So I mean, great exhaust. You guys can't go wrong with that, Tomei. So now that we're back, we're going to be installing the Mugen carbon fiber steering wheel. It's right here in this box, courtesy of King Motorsports. So we'll go ahead. We'll open this up. We'll take the stock one off, and then we'll just pretty much transfer all the covers over to this one, and we'll throw the steering wheel back in. All right, let's see how this looks. Look at that. All right, there it is. Matte carbon. Got the Mugen logo. It's leather on the outside, and you got the suede Alcantara on the inside. Red stitching on the back. Alright, so we just pulled out the stock airbag, and then you just got to release these clips. There's two sides. You just kind of pull up on both sides, and that releases them. There we go. Stock airbag is out. Now we can just unbolt the steering wheel. So here's the stock wheel. There's the Mugen wheel. We're going to take all these plastic panels and switches and swap everything over. Yeah, accessory what comes with it. Alright, so we gotta take these airbag springs out and basically swap them over to here because they don't come with them. That's one. There's the last one. Okay. Alright, there it is. Everything connected. Now we can go pop it back in the car. So we're going to use the new bolt that it comes with because it has fresh Loctite on it. And then that should be it. Alright guys, so the steering wheel is all done and buttoned up, and now we have the rest of the parts for the interior that we got going on here. So what we did is we got the rear AC vent kit. These are all the pieces that you need to put the AC into the rear of the vehicle, and as well as the dual USB-C chargers for the rear here. So that's going to go in there. Comes with a harness and all that. And then he also opted to do the USB and the USB-C up front, as opposed to just the regular USB that's in there now. So now you'll have both options in the front. And then along with that, while we have to take it all apart anyways to do the Acuity 4-way shifter, we're going to do that. While it's apart, we'll do the AC stuff. We have a Mugen carbon fiber overlay for the shifter panel. We have a Spoon shift knob that will be going on our Acuity shifter. And then back here, these are the Mugen door panel protectors, I'd say, that goes on the door panel. It's like a little pad that keeps it, you know, maybe from rubbing or kicking it with your shoes or something, but that'll go on there, and that'll complete the whole Mugen theme interior pieces, and it'll complete our AC rear AC upgrade and our Acuity shifter. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get the shift boot down, take the knob off, and we'll start taking the center console out so we can get the shifter installed and the AC vents installed, and then we'll run our harnesses and stuff like that for our USB chargers. All right, there's the boot, and then we'll just break this loose. This thing is always so tight from factory. goes in there. And it has a little groove in there, so when you put your shift rod in, right there. Screw this down. So you have your adjustability. You have 1 through 5 here. This is your height, right? So this will give you your height for your shifter, like knob area. You also have the adjustability right here for a shorter throw, and you have your adjustability for a side to side, which is here. We're gonna get the rear AC vent installed. Gotta take off this little piece here, and we actually gotta undo this, which there's 4 tabs. You got 2 on the top here, and you got 2 on the bottom.
There you go again.
There's the tabs. All right. So gotta take this bracket off here. We can slide the vent in on the floorboard under that. There's a little push clip that will push right into the existing hole on that bracket, and that'll keep everything secure. All right, now we're going to take the stock piece and put that back in to the floor. So here's the panel that goes into the back. What we're going to do is put the vent on, and then we'll bolt it down with the screws that they provided. All right, so you got screws here. All right, there's that. All right, so here's the USB. That's just going to slide in from back here. Here's the factory USB. Typically there's 2 USBs in here that connect to the radio. This is the one that directly connects to the radio, that if you plug your phone in will work like with your USB, like audio and stuff. And then this is solely just for charging, which is connected to the radio, and that uses the radio power to charge your phone or whatever. So we're only going to be reusing technically the left side one that's connected to the radio, and now we'll be replacing the charging side with a USB-C, which we have a harness that we have to kind of route and connect that in line. So we're just going to pop this one out, this cover. All right, there we go. We'll pop this one right in. Slide that in, and there you go. So this is the plug for the USB-C, and then the USB-C that is running from the back AC panel, we kind of already ran that to the front. That's going to end up having to plug into the fuse box, and then this is also going to run to the fuse box side. And typically you want like a Y connector, so you can put 2 and then 1 into the fuse box. I don't know if this kit came with that, so I think before you know, I've seen people, they want to cut this and splice it into that other one. Before we do that, I think we're going to try to source a Y splitter and just connect it so it's all plug and play. We don't got to cut anything. And then before we connect it all up tonight, we'll go ahead and try to find one of those. If not, then I guess we're going to have to hardwire it together. So.
There you go.
All right. So let's get this shift knob and then we'll make it. Okay, SpoonSports shift knob. Should we go all the way down or should we leave it so we can like lock it?
Yeah.
Just a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't matter, we can lock it anywhere because...
Yeah, we're going to put the knob. That's right.
Yeah, put the sticker right after.
Okay.
All right, TJ, steady hand. Steady hand, boy. There you go. There you go, guys. Official. Okay. All right, let's give it a try, TJ, to see how good you are. All right, so USB-C. Here, hold this phone and do the honor.
Oh, charging.
There you go. The charging port is working up in the front. Let's go ahead and see if the AC actually work back here. Let's give me some air, TJ. Let me see. Oh yeah. Shut it off. Turn it on. Oh, it's nice. Tell you what, man. This is supposed to come from the factory, man. I'm not sure why we don't have that on both the FL5 or the 11th Gen Civic and the Integra Type S. But yeah, it's there now. We got a charging port up the front. Hey, what else do we have left? The Mugen panels?
Yeah, that's it.
And then the protector, right?
And carbon fiber. All right, so we're just gonna wipe this down with alcohol prep here, just so we make sure that the overlay sticks on nice and good. It's not gonna peel off. Carbon fibers in, center console's back in, the AC vents. We plugged up one of the connectors to test it out. We're just gonna try to see if we can get a plug and play Y to be able to plug in both of them together in one. And then last but not least is the door protectors. So let's go ahead and pull these out. And we'll go ahead and put these on the door. There you go. That's what they look like.
That's it, TJ. Last piece of the puzzle for the interior. Well guys, with the Mugen door protectors out of the way, we are all done with this video with the titanium exhaust and all of the JDM bit on the interior. Be sure to tune in on the next video. We'll be getting under the hood, getting all the performance mods that we've been talking about. Until then, we'll see you guys again next week.